Going?
Going to Malaysia. Going to Malaysia.
No. Going to Malaysia. What can you guys do to take care of these unforced errors, as we call them in tennis language? Unforced errors. Why would you make the same mistake again and again? Hello, Imran Abita. When you know what the right thing is.
Lack of listening and practicing.
One by one, I would like to hear from each of you what you think about it. Do you think I can help you in any way? Do I have a role here to play with these
No,
mistakes
I
that
don't think so. It happened because lack of listening.
Exactly. Exactly. You tell me, what do you think about it?
I think, sir, that I have to I have to record the voice for some minutes. I have to speak and I have to record it and play that, and then notice.
How will you change that? Play that. Play that. Play that.
Yesterday I got better. Like from there. I thought there is a lot to
I thought.
Yeah, I thought there is lot to learn what I am doing, and I don't know.
I'm sorry for giving this feeling to you. Before you joined this class, you didn't have this feeling about yourself, I know. This is why I'm not a favorite teacher with a lot of people. Because people like those who make them feel special. And here I am making you feel not special.
And that's why I got, I didn't join any classes, grammar classes. I have joined a lot of grammar classes before 10.
That's wrong English.
Okay,
I joined, not I have joined.
okay, I have joined.
No, you can't say I have joined. You said before 10th. That's why you can't say I have joined. You must say I joined.
Okay, so I joined a lot of classes before 10. English grammar classes. But then all they are just teaching whatever there in book. I thought I can also read that. And after that I did need that, then I am out of league. And now I am going with my wrong English everywhere.
Because you have never been trained. You are one of those untrained singers whose voice goes everywhere. So when you finally try to practice classical singing, the Acharya, the Guruji, gets annoyed. What are you doing? The harmonium saying sa, you are going re. The harmonium is saying dha, you are saying ni. So there is no sync. Again, all these things matter if you want to be better than what you are speaking now. Otherwise, you're fine. You know, you're happy with yourself. Nobody has the right to criticize you. But if you want to be better, then it is my job to highlight where you're wrong. You know what I mean? If you are happy with the way you are, then I have no business telling you, hey, Nikhil, here you made a mistake, here, there you made a mistake. But if you put this onus on me, sir, I'm here to get better, then you are asking me to tell you what you need to work on. Isn't it, guys?
Yes, sir.
If you are in the class
Yes, sir.
as a learner, and then even if you are not saying it explicitly, your being in the class is understood as a statement that you want to be better than what you are right now. In this class, we don't have anybody who doesn't speak English. Everybody speaks English. Little less, little more than others, that's another thing. But everybody speaks. So what are we doing here? We are trying to get better than what we are currently at the moment. Now, if you guys, anybody, let me know this feeling. If you give me this feeling, sir, I'm fine with the way I'm speaking, okay, then I will not correct you. But if you are here and you let me know that, yes, sir, I'm here to get better, then I will highlight your mistakes. This is one of the other reasons. There are so many reasons, people, why you guys don't want to speak in front of me a lot. Many people have said this to me. Many. So many people have said this to me, that I don't feel very comfortable speaking in front of you. Otherwise, I speak a lot of English outside this class, and everybody gives me a lot of compliments. Absolutely. And that is how it should be. You should speak and learn and practice. But the feeling of, the feeling of low confidence that you have when you speak in front of me, that is because you feel that when you speak, I am going to highlight your mistakes. But I don't think it is a very healthy attitude, because you are a learner that allows you, freedom to make mistakes and get better. If you were a teacher, then you would be embarrassed maybe that you are making so many mistakes. Like that audio recording I played the other day between me and that guy, he was a teacher. He had some photos of him with the, uh, you know, with his students. Okay. And, he was celebrating. I didn't know what language, what subject he taught there. So he was embarrassed because he was teacher and he made so many mistakes. And he was making mistakes with the same things that he taught in his classes. But you guys have no reason to feel embarrassed about your mistakes. You guys can smile and say, oh, is that how it is? Okay, I learned it today. Thank you. Move on. The embarrassment or insult, feeling of insult or humiliation comes when you put yourself above those mistakes that are very likely from learners. It means you put yourself in a place where you don't belong. And now you're unhappy that you are being exposed that you don't belong there psychologically in your mind. If I have this opinion of myself that I am a grade A athlete, okay? Group A level athlete, the best athletes in the country. If I have that opinion and somebody comes and, exposes me, my skills, then that bubble that I've created for myself, that I am a grade A athlete, I'm going to be unhappy about it. But if I believe that I'm work in progress, then I will say, thank you for your feedback. I can work on my technique. Yes, I'll get better. Thank you. So it's about how you see yourself. If you see yourself as a learner, somebody who is work in progress, then all the feedback of this kind should be of good use for you, And if you do not see yourself as a learner, then there will be problems when I highlight your mistakes. Okay. And if some people are making more mistakes every time they open their mouth in English, it's because of lack of disciplined practice in the past. And I've always said, you guys were arguing with me. Let me talk to that lady. There was somebody who was perhaps going to be here today. Don't know. Yes, sure. Is there any? A few days ago, I said it with a lot of emphasis. I don't subscribe to that opinion that speaking helps with your spoken English. I simply ruled it out. I rejected that notion. I said, no, you don't need to speak at all. You can just be quiet all day long and can continue to improve your English. For weeks and months, you can go without listening, without speaking a word in English, and you are improving your English. That will be real improvement. And those people who are looking for partners to speak with, all those things are necessary when you have learned English quite a bit. Now, all you need is just practice what you have learned. You need to practice what you have learned. When you feel that your learning has reached a saturation point, then you need practice of speaking. But while you are in the process of learning, you are worried about speaking. That doesn't make much sense.
Sir, sorry for the jam. Hello.
Yeah, Shahid.
Sorry for late joining, sir.
Sorry for late joining or joining late?
Joining
Sorry
late.
for? Yeah.
Cause you know the reason. I don't have to tell you that where I was.
Yeah. We were watching the match too here.
But if you watch live, sir, Sahil was in the class, but you were 2 ball before, sir.
Sorry,
Sir, your
I didn't
match
catch
was
you.
slow.
Okay, maybe. It doesn't matter to me, honestly. I don't bet. And that's why it doesn't matter to me. I just enjoy the match. So it's
But
a bit late, 5 minutes or 10
but I
minutes. It
was
doesn't
with
really
my
matter.
uncle and I was enjoying the match. That I can't hear hurrah anything. I can't sort here.
I know.
Because I'm also big fan of them, sir. You know, it's not first time that 3 batsmen scored 100. They also score against India. Duplessis and Decock, Amla. And I remember Duplessis was injured. He was not able to run when he was 74, but he scored despite that thing he scored 100 century.
Yeah.
He was dependent on
They are
six
a,
or
they
boundary.
are a very strong team in this edition of the World Cup. Very strong team. I think they are one of the best
But till
contenders.
semi-final, sir. They are good, but till semi-final.
I won't agree with your idea this time, okay? Because they are new, they have new players, okay? So don't judge them by what they have done in the past.
I think there's only one or two words that we got and all of you. They don't want to I don't think get England will not make it to
We will see whose guesses are right. 5.3. Everybody, let's listen.
It's 2. 1.
I enjoy working in Paris.
2. I don't want to do housework.
Sorry. I played the wrong
3.
file.
5.2. Verb patterns 1. 1.
I want to work in Paris. I'd like to work in Paris.
2. I'm fed up with doing housework. I hate doing housework. 3.
She can't leave work early tonight.
4.
I hope to see you again soon. I'd like to see you again soon.
5.
He often enjoys playing computer games with his friends.
6. We're thinking of going to Italy for our holidays. We like going to Italy for our holidays. 7.
We're looking forward to having a few days off soon.
8.
Are you good at learning foreign languages?
Now, mixed sentences, we did it. 5.3.
5.3. Verb patterns 2. 1.
I enjoy working in Paris.
2. I don't want to do housework. 3.
She wants to leave work early tonight. She'd like to leave work early tonight.
4.
I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon.
5.
He often wants to play computer games with his friends. He often asks to play computer games with his friends.
6.
We're hoping to go to Italy for our holidays.
7.
We're going to have a few days off soon. We'd love to have a few days off soon.
8.
Do you want to learn foreign languages? Do you like learning foreign languages?
So we understand that all we have to do is repeat what we hear. When it comes to verb patterns, we have already improved our understanding of tense. We have learned quite a few tenses, not all, but quite a few. Okay, we understand that the form of the verb changes according to the tense. So when we are learning tense, we are basically learning verbs, different forms of verbs. In English, every verb has only 5 forms: V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. And all tenses are about how these forms are used. Now, after the verb, what happens is the story of the verb, independent of tense. The tense doesn't decide anything. So I say I want or I say I wanted. What will follow after want is because of want. Its form is irrelevant. I want to go, I wanted to go. Some students think when it is past tense, they should change go into went. That's wrong, because tense only governs the verb of the subject. I want, I wanted, I will want. Okay, that's all. You don't have to follow this rule of tense on the next verb. I want to go, I wanted to go, I will want to go. Okay, let's have enjoy. I enjoy watching TV. I enjoy explaining English rules to students. I enjoyed doing it. So enjoyed doesn't change what comes next, still V4. I enjoy watching romantic films. I enjoyed watching romantic films when I was a child. So watching romantic films did not change because of the tense, because it is independent of tense. Tense is irrelevant for it. If you understand this idea, then never be confused. The verb changes only for the subject according to tense. Only the verb which is for the subject. Okay, other verbs do not change. Move on to exercise 3, asking for more information. Complete the questions and practice with a partner. A says, I hope to go to university. Then what will you ask? What do you want to study? 2, A says, my favorite hobby is cooking. What is the problem?
What do you
Look
like?
at the options. Yes, what do you like?
What do you like?
What do you
What do you like? Me? What would you like to make?
Hello, Sarita, Mukarram, Rakhi,
Yes, sir.
Faizan, Sahil, Marana.
What would you
All
like
of
to
you.
make?
like making?
Yes, because like is followed by ing form. So what do you like? Making. Yes. Number 3, I'm bored.
What would you like to do? What would you,
Yes.
What would you like to do?
And Pavan, you don't want to say what would you like doing now, because I told you that that's not possible. Okay, out. Okay, of your system. Next, number 4. I'm looking forward to the party.
Who are you hoping to see there?
Who are you hoping to see?
Very good. Yeah, number 5. We are planning our summer holidays.
Where are you thinking of going?
Yes, where are you thinking of going? So these are some, okay, but English is full of those things. Okay, now at least one thing you realize कि जो बाद में होता है verb के बाद tense तक कहानी है, verb की form क्या होगा? उसके बाद जो कहानी उसका टेंस से लेना देना नहीं होके उस वर्ब से लेना देना होता है। अगर मैं कोई ऐसे कुछ वर्ब्स की बात करूं जो कंफ्यूज करेंगे आपको, मुझे बहुत अफसोस है आपकी बात ना मानने का, तो आई एम गोइंग टू यूज द वर्ब रिग्रेट। गो अहेड, से इट एवरीबॉडी। मुझे बहुत अफसोस है आपकी बात ना मानने का।
I apologized
ना 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 ना,
for
अफसोस है। आई डिडंट से मैं माफी मांग रहा हूं, मैंने कहा अफसोस, और मैंने वर्ब भी दिया आपको। कौन सा वर्ब? रिग्रेट।
regret.
गो अहेड, से इट।
Regret.
I'm regretting
बिकॉज
that
मैं
I
ये
didn't
बता रहा हूँ कि ये वर्ब पैटर्न्स, बहुत वर्ब, जितने वर्ब उतने वर्ब पैटर्न्स। तो ये कैटेगरी बनते 4-5 जो धीरे धीरे आप फिगर आउट कर लोगे कि 5 ही 6 तरह के वर्ब पैटर्न्स होते हैं। ये या तो इसमें होगा, या तो उसमें होगा, या तो उसमें होगा, ज्यादा होते नहीं है। If each verb had its own verb pattern, there would be millions, right? But no, we don't have those, okay? So we have only 5-6 verb patterns, and most verbs fall in those categories. So what about regret? How do you use the verb regret? और आप कैसे सीखोगे? When you are reading a sentence with the verb regret, when you are listening to a sentence with the verb regret, you observe what happened after regret. You observe what the speaker or the writer said. You follow the same pattern. So now your eyes will be more focused on the patterns now that you have become familiar with this concept idea. So try and say this. ये बहुत अफसोस है आपकी बात ना मानने का। Perfect. What is the sentence? You can change the words, but you can't change the pattern. He said, I regret not following you. Okay? So you can change the words, but you can't change the pattern. So go ahead, try and say it with other words. Keep the word regret there. Yeah. I? No, sir. Regret is a verb. So first of all, say I regret. You can say I have a regret. You can say I have a regret. Okay. But here, just go with the verb pattern. Verb pattern करने के लिए क्या जरूरी है? इसको verb के तौर पे treat करें हम। अगर मैंने आपको regret दिया verb के तौर पे, and you are using regret as a noun, तो verb pattern कैसे follow होगा फिर? To follow, to think of the verb pattern, you need to first accept regret as a verb. Regret is both a noun and a verb. I have big regrets. So regret is a noun here. Okay. But when regret is a verb, how do you take the sentence forward? Go ahead, try. You have learned from him what he said. You can follow the same pattern, but you can change the words. Following is not necessarily the word. You can use some other words as well. I regret. बेटा वो तुमने वर्ड पैटर्न इग्नोर कर दिया. He said, I regret not following you. तो you can, हाँ exactly. I'm telling you, आप जो ये सब lessons है ना, ये एकदम solid foundation बना दिए. You said, I regret not listening to you. Absolutely correct. अब बोलिए, हिंदी वाले का दिमाग वहां कैसे पहुंचेगा? कैसे पहुंचेगा जब तक कि आपको किस चीज का आइडिया नहीं, कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, वर्ब पैटर्न क्या होता है. एक बार वर्ब पैटर्न समझ में आ गया, अब इनपुट लीजिए, खाइए और शरीर बनाइए. आपने एक बार सुन लिया. आई रिमेंबर आई वाज ऑन माय रूफ. It was maybe about 17-18 years ago. Those days I had a radio. We didn't have internet like today. We have internet cafes, okay? But we went to the internet cafe occasionally, once a month, once 2 months, just to have fun. Nobody used the internet to learn or do anything. So I still remember very clearly, very vividly, I remember this. I'm lying on the roof. It is night time, around 11 o'clock. And at around 11 o'clock, those days, tuning into the BBC on shortwave was also a challenge, because there was a very fine, space where you could tune into BBC. Otherwise, you would miss the channel. So it took quite a bit of time. And then every 5-10 minutes, you would lose the signal. So you have to fine tune again. I remember they were teaching the word regret. And I listened to this whole program. And it was an Englishman speaking English, describing everything in English. And I was following that person, what he was saying in English. And I realized that one can explain English concepts in English and people can understand. Like, I was not an Englishman. I understood what he was teaching. I took the message and I tried this. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to explain English, speaking, English. That was when I realized that this was possible. And I learned the word regret. Much, much later, I went onto their site and downloaded a file, an audio recording of the verb regret. I got it on a CD and I played it in many of my classes, okay, in the past. So, yeah, regret. I regret not listening to you. Okay, I regret not listening to you. Perfect. Now, somebody who's unfamiliar with the concept of verb pattern will put any verb pattern there and they will question you if you tell them wrong, why it is wrong. And you have to just tell them that, listen, you're not speaking in the natural way. This is what we say. But if they have studied the rules, like, this to infinitive works this way, ing works that way, then they will keep arguing with you. I still remember when a teacher from Dekli Ghat joined my classes and I corrected him. The first day he said something about at Biharship. I said, say in Biharship. He brought me these many books next day. I said, I don't care about these books. What I said is right. You will not use at before cities. You will use in before cities, towns, villages. Okay. So where was we? Regret is over. That was just a point to prove that verb patterns are independent of tense. I never regretted. I never being with her. Okay. Simple. Smiling, huh? No, I know why you're smiling. Don't tell me, okay? You grew up in front of me, so I know why you're smiling. Because of her, because I said her there. Yeah. If I had said him, he wouldn't have given that smile. Okay. Fine. Yeah, I know. And I deliberately said her there to give that feeling, And he smiled because he appreciated that. I said, I never regretted being with her. Because sometimes there are people you be with and you have regrets later. And I said, I never regretted being with her. Yes. Okay. So we are going to play 5.4. So in the first question, when somebody says, I hope to go to university, then you say, what do you want to study? Second question, when somebody says, my favorite hobby is cooking, then you say, what do you like making? And the third sentence, when somebody says, I'm bored, then you say, what would you like to do then? And number 4, when somebody says, I'm looking forward to the party, then you ask, who are you hoping to see there? We are planning our summer holidays. Oh, where are you thinking of going? So different verb patterns for different verbs, of course. Now listen to this audio file, 5.4.
5.4. Asking for more information. 1.
I hope to go to university.
What do you want to study?
I'm going to study philosophy and politics. I'd like to be Prime Minister.
Really? I think that's the worst job in the world.
2.
My favourite hobby is cooking.
What do you like making?
Well, I love baking cakes, all kinds of cakes.
Okay. Can you make me a huge chocolate one for my birthday?
3.
I'm bored.
What would you like to do?
Nothing. I'm happy being bored.
Well, that's okay then. 4.
I'm looking forward to the party.
Who are you hoping to see there?
No one special. I just like parties.
Me too.
5.
We're planning our summer holidays.
Where are you thinking of going?
We want to go camping this year.
Oh, camping. I hate sleeping in tents.
Okay. So one more time, and after each conversation, we'll pause.
5.4. Asking for more information. 1.
I hope to go to university.
What do you want to study?
I'm going to study philosophy and politics.
I'm going to study philosophy and politics. I want to be.
I'd like to be Prime Minister.
Really?
I would like to be Prime Minister.
I'd like to be Prime Minister.
I think that's the worst job in the world.
Okay. Worst. She said worst. What do you think?
I don't think so.
Okay. I would love to know what you guys think of that job, Prime Minister's job. A stamp. Some people will hold you as a stamp. You will have no say.
I know, sir, it's a king job, but it's very risky.
I would like to
But
be a
you
special son.
don't have that much of autonomy. Your autonomy only exists on paper. In reality, you don't have any autonomy. Indira Gandhi wanted to force emergency. She asked the president and he had to abide. He had to just listen. He couldn't say no. So being president in a country like India is not a very great thing, a big achievement.
But being
To be
Prime
honest,
Minister is a big achievement.
I'm gonna say this. To be honest, it's like some favor the ruling party does on you. That they consider you a candidate for that job.
Actually, if they want to destroy your career, political career, they will make you president or governor, and that's one.
See, in India, okay, I mean, we have to be politically correct when we are speaking publicly. Oh, our honorable president and this and that. Oh, all right. But in reality, they cannot exercise a lot of their power. They are, at the end of the day, they are just a stamp, a rubber stamp in the hands of the prime minister.
Yeah, Indian president is just a puppet.
The prime minister holds all the powers.
So I think
You can't. Yes, Sarita, you are speaking.
yes, sir. So I think in India, vice president is more powerful than president of India.
Oh, really? Can you please tell us why you
Yes,
think so?
sir. At least our vice president have a president of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha Adhyaksh. He's a Rajya Sabha Adhyaksh. He has a more power through to evaluate any rules and regulations. He have a power to vote there. But for president, you have to sign it.
Sarita, you kept going with have all the time. I thought maybe, listen, like I said, you are an Indian. If you were a Brazilian or maybe a Mexican or a Chilean, maybe English would be just a foreign language. So this kind of mistake wouldn't matter as long as you can convey your message. But as an Indian student, and you are not getting the have right, it's not going to reflect very well on your English. So you need to ask yourself why. Why is it the unforced error that I was talking about a few minutes ago? This is why would you say have all the time? Why not has when there? Why do we have the V5 form has? Vice President has, right?
Has.
Not Vice President have.
Have.
Okay.
Have.
You go with Vice Presidents. You can say Vice Presidents have plural. Okay, no problem. But then be careful with these things, Sarita. Do you need any lessons on these things? Or you know where to use have, where to use has? Tell me.
I know where we have to use has and where we have to use have.
Where? Tell me.
I and we are using have, and the third form name he, she, it we have to use has.
Okay.
And with they we have to use have. Was a single form we have using we have used has except I.
Can I simply say one thing? Can I simplify the rule for you? He, she,
Okay.
it has. He, she, it has.
Yes, sir.
Actually, in many countries, they teach V5 as he, she, it form. V5 is the he, she,
Yes.
it form. Because V5 cannot be used with anything else other than he, she, it. When you're saying a vice president or the vice president of India, you're saying he or she, okay? When you say my father, you're saying he. When you're saying my mother, you're saying she. So he, she, it form it is. V5 is the he, she, it form, okay? That's all. And again, when you're speaking, now that I can see that you're speaking much slower and you're speaking much better than earlier, making less mistakes, it's good, because changes do not come overnight. You have to, work hard for those and be patient. Okay, moving on.
Yes.
So first conversation is over. The girl thinks that it's not a very good choice. She says, I think it's the worst job in the world.
2.
My favourite hobby is cooking.
What do you like making?
Well, I love baking cakes, all kinds.
I love baking cakes, all kinds of cakes.
All kinds of cakes.
Of cakes.
Okay. Can you make me a huge chocolate one for my birthday?
Can you make me a huge chocolate cake for my birthday? Okay. That was very cheeky. Somebody says that they like making cakes and you ask them to make a cake for you. No, if I were him, I would find an excuse. Why would I allow somebody to take advantage of me like this? But I have the money for some important work if I don't want to lend that person. Is a little awkward to say no in that situation. Right. Right. Okay. He hasn't paid you back.
I haven't seen it for 3 days.
Okay.
And I have to do some drawing for my mom.
This is experience of life. This is what makes you mature. All these good and bad experiences. Don't have regrets. Yes, sure. No problems. I know your dad. I can lend you even 2,000. No problems. I can lend you 20,000. No problems. Okay. Next.
3.
I'm bored.
What would you like to do?
Nothing. I'm happy being bored.
Well,
I'm happy being bored.
Being bored.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I have no problems.
that's okay then.
Then why did she say I'm bored? Then why did she say I'm bored?
4.
I'm looking forward to the party.
Who are you hoping to see there?
No one special. I just like parties.
Me too.
I just like parties. Oh, me too.
5.
We're planning our summer holidays.
Where are you thinking of going?
We want to go camping this year.
Oh,
We want to go camping this year. This year we want to go camping. Camping.
Camping? I hate sleeping in tents.
I hate sleeping in tents. Now, you don't have the audio script, but I hope you have the conversation in your mind. Go ahead and practice the conversation with a partner, and I'm going to open the breakout rooms for you guys. If you don't remember the lines, you can ask me to help you, okay? But I hope you remember. Do you need to listen to it one more time?
No, no. But you can, if you can share the audio script, that will.
No. Why would
No,
I share
sir.
the audio script? It's all related. Audio script is needed when you have to say a lot of things that you cannot remember. But here, I hope to go to university. What do you want to study? Philosophy and politics, because I want to be prime minister someday. Prime minister, you don't have to repeat exact words. You can say prime minister. That's the worst job ever, right? My favorite hobby is cooking. What do you like making? I love making all kinds of things. I love baking cakes, all kinds of cakes. Oh, really? Can you make me a huge chocolate cake for my birthday? Yeah, why not? But you have to pay for that. Yeah, I will. Who said that you have to do it for free? If you want to extend the conversation. I'm bored. What would you like to do? Nothing. I'm happy being bored. Okay. Why did you say that you were bored in the first place? I just wanted your attention. I'm looking the party. I'm looking forward to the. Who are you hoping to see there? Nobody in particular. No one special. I just like parties. Oh, really? Me too. We are planning our summer holidays. Where are you thinking of going? This year, we are thinking of going camping. Camping? I hate sleeping in tents. Okay. So opening the rooms for you guys. Do your best. Okay, practice hard. What? Uh-huh. Said to him. What? Just say the sentence. Don't worry. He wants to kill me. That's a real situation.
He wants to kill you. Now, yeah, he wants to kill you. I said you, he wants to kill you. Now, you said you are king. Now, you tell me.
Say it to me.
Say
To me.
Does he want to be the king?
Does he want to be the king?
Yeah, then I answer. If he feels to will it not be spoken, and here is not be spoken.
Okay. If he kills you, will it not be so? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. Let's open the rooms, guys. Start your practice. Good luck. Go ahead. Start your practice. Nikhil, what happened? Why are your energy so low? Oh my goodness. I can't believe that I haven't got you water. Go ahead, everybody. Faizan, Shahid, your partners are waiting. Roop, send some water. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Sahil, what happened?
Actually, sir, Ravi's dog was barking a lot, so he said, "Sir, I'm not able to speak right now."
Next time in that situation, you call me there, okay? Instead of leaving.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, wait. I'm putting you in another room, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This sentence is fine, right? Like, I love being a chief minister more than a prime minister.
No,
No.
why not?
So who said that?
No.
Oh, that is fine.
Aman, why is it not correct?
He said, I love being still. So which means he is still.
Exactly what I said yesterday, right? Yesterday we talked about it, didn't we?
I understand, but what I'm saying that that's the thing, sir, that if I were a CM, then I love being a CM more than a prime minister. Then I would like to be a CM.
Okay, I understood your point. I understand your point. But when do we say I love? Is it a, can I love be used? I love can be used in a hypothetical situation. I love can be hypothetical, yes or no?
What is hypothetical?
Then why are you using it in a hypothetical situation? Basic mistake. Hypothetical, imaginary.
Okay. And then if I will use I would love, then I will have to use
To be.
I would love to be a
Yes,
CM
yes,
or a prime minister.
exactly. Exactly.
What is the difference between the body is white and the other one?
What is the difference? Not different.
Between the white
You went there. Okay, I'll give you examples. You have already listened to such words. Why don't you learn where the words appeared? I'm saying when the words appear in the context, why don't you try and learn them there? Do you agree that these words have come or have appeared in the text somewhere in our course? Yes. Then find those sentences. What is contrast? Is it meaning by the contrast differences? Let's understand the most literal meaning of contrast. Yes. How white is white and how black is black, the gap is called the contrast. How black is black. And how white is white, the gap is called contrast. White, black, there is a gap, there is a contrast. Gap, contrast, okay? So if your personality contrasts your dad's personality, it means you guys are opposite. You don't have similarity. If your personality contrasts your dad's personality, okay, then you guys are different from each other. Contrast is a noun, contrast is a verb, okay? There is a clear contrast in what you say and what you do. A journalist is saying to a politician, he cited some evidence and said there is a clear contrast in what you say and what you do. It seems like different. Then politician is saying be ready with the document of income tax returns. Come on, let's not always say these things. Every party has done it. When I told BJP or okay, I thought you said that this is happening only now. It has been, it is being highlighted more these days, you know. But these things have always happened. Always. People in power don't want to be accountable. They hate accountability. And somebody who tries to make them accountable, they find them their enemies. Journalists and politicians should not like each other. Only then the country can make progress. But here the politician is just a puppet in the hand of government. Politicians or journalists? Journalists. Some journalists are absolutely sold their conscience. They have become the mouthpiece of the ruling party. and they give it the name of nationalism. What?
What is that you saw there near the money plant down there?
I don't know.
That plastic bend thing. The bend, the white bend.
Let me see.
Near the money plant, you are not seeing that. It's like
This is the night light. When all the lights are off, then you can have this on here. Sorry, these are not turning on. We haven't used them for a long time. But we have one here as well. Yeah, see.
Okay, it's like that. Because I have seen night lights, but like I have installed at my home, but that is the display over there. And
There will be a big screen like this, right? Plain screen.
I the AC vents are there, and how it is for your color, not internal AC.
Right. They look like AC vents.
I thought something is there that I don't know. It is-
That's just lights. Shall we close the breakout room session? You guys are done with your practice?
Who are you looking forward to vote, sir? To voting.
Who are you looking forward to voting? You're looking forward to voting who? Okay. So who are you looking forward to voting? Yes, voting for. Voting for. Who are you looking forward to voting for? Because you vote somebody, you vote for somebody. Okay. So vote for somebody. That's why. Who are you looking forward to voting for? Who are you looking forward to voting for? I'm not going to answer this.
Why,
Congress,
sir?
Because you vote in secret, right? You vote in
yeah,
secret. Why am I going to
Sir,
answer?
sir,
I
you
said I'm
support a
I'm
party and
looking
leader.
forward to voting Congress
Rich man, be
in
quiet.
2000.
First you vote Modi, after if the Congress
Rich man, be
vo
quiet.
won,
I
they
will
will
never
you
vote
will say
him.
I voted Congress.
I'm looking forward to voting Congress.
Okay, who cannot hear me?
We all can.
Everyone can hear you.
Somebody will say, I want to know from others.
I got your point.
Oh my God, how could you do that? No, guys, keep roasting him for this. Say, whenever I ask you this, say, I want to hear from others.
Okay.
I can hear you, but I want to hear from others. This is exactly what he said. I can hear you, but I want to hear from others.
Means
Only
you
because he didn't want to have Shahid Afridi,
means sir, you want to
upset.
say,
That's all.
sir, you want to say
Yeah.
one day in a phrase, someone
Sir,
asked a pen, and somebody say, why not?
Nikhil
But I
made me
don't have.
manager yesterday. You know,
I
you have to
have
check
2 years,
it out.
but I cannot hear 2 people at the same time. Make sure that one person is speaking at once.
Okay, go Ravi, go.
No, I'm saying someone asked me, Ravi, you have a pen. So then I say, why not? But I don't have.
Very good.
So he
Okay,
made me
got
feel
it.
yesterday
Got
that I'm a audio checker, that I can, if I will say yes, I'm hiring you very odd, that then the project is passed.
that. Again, I
Nikhil
understood
made
what
me
you
feel
said,
like
even
that.
though it
So I
was pretty
say
clumsy.
anything. Quality
Okay.
checker.
See, I don't have to talk about it because everybody knows what was the right thing to do. Talking about you, we are done here, right? Everybody, you practiced? Did you find any of the sentences difficult here in
No,
these
sir.
5 conversations?
No,
No?
sir, not at all.
Verb patterns. You are going to come across a lot of verb patterns in next days, okay, in this chapter, because this is about verb patterns. What is the unit called?
Verb pattern.
The future is in your hands.
Future is
Future
in
is
your hands.
in your hands.
The
Okay.
future is in
If you
your
learn the verb pattern right, your future is good. Let's continue after that silly joke.
Have
Ask and
something.
answer the questions with a partner. See, we have more questions. Have some fun. Do you like learning English? Are you thinking of learning any other languages? Which? Where would you like to be right now? What are you looking forward to? Want to ask me? You might have to modify one of the questions here. Of course I do. I enjoy teaching English, particularly because I teach in Bihar. Because here, however, it is very frustrating as well at the same time, because recently, today it happened. Oh, honestly, I don't want to talk about it because I know these videos will go on YouTube and anybody will watch, but I'll try to hide her identity. So I won't mention in which class this happened. So girl says, I want to learn to, you teach me how to answer questions in the interview. I said, yeah, directly I will teach you that. She is struggling to form present simple sentences right now. She can't freely form present simple sentences. And she wants me to help her with interviews, how she will face an interview. That really shocked me, that this person is not really thinking straight right now. Forget it. I'm not trying to, expose the identity of the person. So saying he or she will not be a good idea right here. So a student said that. So understand, a person who's not able to form present simple sentences freely what? They're just barely making a couple of sentences here and there, barely, okay? And they are asking me to do what? Teach them for a job interview.
So why don't you advise her, sir, to go and revise that only interview?
Just the thing is, I'm a teacher. I have to tell her or him the right thing,
Someone had asked me. I told him that
Some people, just what I don't have that word, sir. That term.
Once you pass matric, you have to go through all the standards, grades, the first grade, the second grade, the third grade, and all that. If you are very clever, you can skip some, but that happens in some people's cases, right? Most people have to go through all of them, and it's good. It's wise to do that. You have a good foundation. Now, so of course I enjoy teaching English a lot, very much.
Yeah, but I did not understand what you were saying. You enjoy teaching, especially in Bihar.
Like I said, insults. Yeah, my family members, some of my relatives were pretty, humiliating. They tried to put us down, that we didn't go to an English medium school. They made remarks about my dad that he couldn't afford to send us to English medium school. That was very hurtful. We didn't like those comments. We tried our best. We always felt that we would speak better English than his sons, at least, and we managed to do that. So yeah, basically somebody's, the reason was the reason, Okay.
Sir, some comments you took very seriously in your life. I know, and
okay. If there are a lot of good doctors in a particular city, are your service, and you are a good doctor, how much contribution you're making, how big an impact you're making teaching, or, giving your services in a city where there are a lot of good doctors already. And if you go to a city where there aren't many good doctors, there are doctors who are putting people's lives at risk, and you go there, and don't you think you are going to make bigger impact? So I feel that, look at you all here, everybody, especially, people who have studied English. What's the problem? Why didn't they get it right? So many things, because of the way they study. Hindi English, Hindi English, Hindi English. What about the inside information about the English things? Like, We are talking about grammar classes in the morning. We are talking about grammar in that 9:30 batch. You guys did not attend that unit 12 in 4:30 class. I told you about the present perfect. I am very happy with the results I received in that class. Some of the students who are not very good, but they dedicated themselves in that particular unit. Arsalan, I'm talking about, there is a guy, and he's given me wonderful results. Rukaiya, and Lucky, these are students who didn't have so much of clarity about the present perfect before the chapter started. 15 days into this chapter, it is not over yet. And they have a lot more confidence about where to use the present perfect, in what ways. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about, that this is what makes me feel special when I teach English here in Bihar Sharif, or places where people are so confused. They've all studied everything. But still, they have a lot of doubts, confusions left. I too was one of them when I was young. So I know how much fascinated I feel about what I know now. So I know if somebody is passionate about learning, they can feel the same fascination with the information I share. When I was young, all I knew was chuka hai, chuki hai, present perfect. Baat khadam. No teacher taught me anything more than that. And there were so many doubts, so many questions in my mind. Then later, I learned a lot more about the present perfect. And now I'm sharing all that information with the students. So of course, those who are listening carefully, they feel like they are just having great time, They don't feel like they're learning, they're just enjoying that, having that information. Again, if anybody wants to learn about the present perfect, they should check out the videos in 4:30 batch. Okay, they're all available online, on YouTube, and you can watch them. But again, if you skip thinking this is boring, this is not important, okay, you never know you can go at double the speed, 2 times, 1.5 times. That is fine, but don't skip parts when you're listening to my videos. Why? Because when I will put some information that I don't know, because it's a long class, I know 90 minutes, 80 minutes recording, you see, people want to skip, but instead of skipping, just go double the speed. When you find something important, then there maybe, slow down. Okay, go back to normal speed there, but don't skip parts. Okay, next question.
What are your hobbies?
The next question is here. This guy always does it. It's the most boring question. He's always like that. You are always like this. You are in your own world.
Yes, sir. Where would you like to be right now?
Yes, the second question is?
Are you thinking
where
of
would
learning
you-
any other languages?
Okay,
Yeah,
you
I've
might
been
think
learning.
that, okay, you're getting a chance to talk to somebody, but actually the exercise is just giving you practice for these phrases, nothing else. Thinking of learning, right? Not think to learn. I'm already learning 2 more languages, Spanish and Italian.
Are you thinking of going out of Bihar?
Never. Unless my daughter settles down somewhere else and gets a job and asks me to go and live there.
Okay, that is a different thing.
Yes.
But if someone will ask you to come to other city and teach there, then
if
will
they
you
can arrange a
from
building
there?
for me, they can arrange students, I might think of it.
yeah, they will arrange
Otherwise I won't.
They will arrange everything.
Then I
You
might.
don't have to arrange.
I don't deserve that.
1 crore package.
I'm saying I don't deserve that because my teaching style is not such that I will be able to pay him back. My teaching style is not such. If I've just been thinking when you asked me that question, despite and all, I thought, chalo video bana dunga ek, theek hai? How to use despite, bas iska yahi khali question hoga, ek question ka answer, how to use the word despite. चलो भाई जिसको ऐसे पढ़ना है ऐसे ही पढ़ो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
But despite other than despite the differences that one cross between them. You can make a video of taking bird pattern.
Yeah.
That will you will get a lot of views on it.
कोई ज्यादा भी views नहीं आने वाले because I have so many students and how many people are attending my live classes? 8, 9. How many of you, Nikhil, think of this, okay, Nikhil? You have taken admission in this class. Every day you have so many questions that you ask me and I answer them, right? And then tell me what could be the explanation that this class is not overcrowded? What could be the explanation that this class is not overcrowded? If somebody like Nikhil is benefiting from this class sitting here, if he goes outside and speaks English, everybody will say, wow, Nikhil, bhaiya, you speak very good English, right? And he's sitting here improving his understanding every day, right? If guys like you are here, then what's the reason? What is the explanation that this class is not overcrowded?
You know better.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
A lot of things in my mind when I see this class.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask, and I wanted to ask multiple things, and I wanted to say multiple things in the class. But I don't say anything because this class is going to be on YouTube. That's why I don't feel comfortable. Because I know if anything is going on social media, I fear a lot.
I know what you mean.
When it
If they come, if they don't teach, if they don't study, sorry, what, elementary,
I
and they
want
just
to
come
know,
into
sir,
pre-intermediate.
how it happens that you like from 150
Bro,
students,
why don't
come
you
to
just
this
do this, bro? Why
50
don't you pay
students.
10,000 for this course, and then it will be, yeah, you are the first
Nikhil,
one
please
student
increase
who
your
are going to pay
fee.
10,000, na?
Again, he comes for 10,000, sir.
We will follow
Faizan
you.
once
That
said-
Nikhil paid
Faizan-
10,000, then of course I have to pay that.
Faizan once said, listen, Faizan once said, okay, compare this. Raki was a student here. She said to Faizan that I go to this class. Maybe they had a conversation about a class and Raki recommended this place to Faizan. Faizan joined this class. Okay. So he trusted Raki and Raki's decision. Okay. He didn't know me. He came, he paid the fee and started learning. Now he's very happy. He paid the second time. He's in the pre-intermediate class. And one of his friends noticed the improvement in him and wanted to join the class. Faizan shared the same information, told him everything. That guy didn't join.
Okay, the one thing
He thought he can notice Faizan's improvement, but still he says that what you are saying doesn't make sense. It should happen faster. He says it will take 1 year at least,
Yes, sir, it's good, sir. Everyone comes here.
Sir, every people mentality are
So the problem
mentality
is some people are just not ready to invest so much of time. That's all. They are just not convinced by that
they
idea.
wants to learn in a few months.
See, sir,
Yes.
I also don't have time, and I don't really. What is my problem? You say you don't work on your English or these things. I actually don't work on my English. That's why I joined your class, because I don't want to work on my English except this class. I have my jobs and I am doing that. I thought, okay, if I will join your class, you will ask. Then you told you were telling, if you are not comfortable, like not only me, you were telling to the students, if you guys are not comfortable, I will not say for your mistakes. But I want you to
highlight.
Yeah, like to
Point out
on my mistakes so that I can improve at least for these 2 hours. At least for these 2 hours. So I learned a lot of things.
Right.
That okay, this thing is
This is how it works.
Yeah, this is how it
should
works,
be.
or this is how it should be said.
We'll carry on with that, no doubt. But you guys need to think, if the teacher is good, if the classes are quality, then why there aren't many students, right? And Raki, you were saying something.
Because of the demo class, sir. You know the reason.
I was
That will
saying that you are right, sir. People are not want to spend much time. They have money, they can pay, but they don't want to spend much time.
Right, Raki.
And sir,
These are my observations. People don't want to spend time, and I can't teach quickly. Even though I believe what I teach is the fastest. Because if you notice, how much time you have spent here, Aman?
1.5 years.
1.5 years. Let's say 18 months. Okay. How many years did you go to school for? 10 years. How much did you learn in those 10 years and how much did you learn in these 18 months? So if you compare, which is faster? Okay. Now compare anybody, any institute where you go, not only schools, and you make real improvement. I'm not talking about things you memorize. I'm talking about real improvement, ability to understand and respond. Okay. Again, this will be the fastest, but because I say not 6 months is enough. 6 months is just for the elementary. Maybe you'll have to do it the second time. Some students are weak. They need to revise it as well. All these things I do in favor of my students, and these things work against my business. I say these things to support my weak students, of course, and these things work against me because some people manipulate the information and say, oh, you have to study the same thing 2 times. 1 time is not enough, like this, you know.
Sir, you can't change the people thinking.
I'm gonna
sir,
wrap up now, and I'm gonna see you guys. Yes, Shahid, finish your point. Yes, please.
You can't change of them. I see lots of people like they know what we are going to achieve from that, but they didn't accept that, sir. They know
They
very
don't
well.
accept the reality.
Yeah,
Yes.
they don't accept the reality.
Again, everybody, I'm going to send you a list of words, okay, that you guys all studied in the elementary only. I'm going to send you a list. Every word that is on the list, you have come across that word. Faizan Adnan was asking me how to use the word despite. I asked him, did we use the word despite in our course somewhere? If the answer is yes, it means you should have known how the word is used, because I talk about the words in the context, the best way to learn. Okay, every teacher will tell you the best way to learn a word is in the right context. And if you don't remember it because you were careless at that time or you didn't revise it, okay, so I'm going to send you a list. Go through the list and tick or star those words that are still problematic, you're not very sure about them. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to send you all a list in the group, elementary list of all those words that you have come across, that you have seen in the context. Fine. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye. Hope India wins tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.
Yeah, I hope to.
Bye,
Bye.
sir.
Bye, sir.
Now,
Take care.
I hope India wins tomorrow. This can be considered grammatically wrong, because when we say India as the Indian team, we should think India. I hope India win tomorrow as a plural now. Anyways, see ya. Bye-bye.